girl, Miss Ladyish, aka Lady, aka the Ice Queen of Spellbreak, coming to you live from my one solo match on Spellbreak. So these are called my Frostborn Cringey solo trials, and I do these once right before I go live on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning. I hate these. I simply hate them. Did I mention that I hate them? I just do. But I do love my duos and my squads, and hopefully some Dominion. We're looking forward to that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and discuss some details about Proletariat's stream yesterday and the details that they dropped on us about the talents, about our class changes, about some bug fixes, and we'll discuss that, a little bit while I'm gaming. But for now, I'm just going to make sure that you guys join that bop and drop movement. Make sure you bop the thumbs up, you drop your sub. Be sure to support all content creators, especially your small content creators, your black content creators, and your female content creators. Your support goes a long way and is free for you to do. So join that bop and drop movement where you bop the thumbs up, you drop your sub. Also look down below in the description, click the link that takes you to my Twitch. That is the main platform that I stream on. Make sure to hit that hard and follow, support your girl. I appreciate you guys. I'm out here making content. Make sure you guys go check out that lore that I dropped about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Uh, it's nice, it's nice. If you're into lores, if you're into Spellbreak, if you're into this voice, it's for you. And just check it out even if you're not quite into lures just yet, because you may end up finding that you like it anyways. So what we're going to go ahead and do is jump into our solo match. Again, I do this right before I go live on Twitch, so after this we'll be on some Outriders on Twitch, alright? Where your girl's a Technomancer. I'm still sniping with ice. Tech shopping. But on here, your girl is a Frostborn main. I normally rock some Stone Offhand and a little bit of flight. I like to fly up high and snipe down below, rain of terror type stuff. But we end up on the East servers. I did see that Proletariat said that they're bringing back our West servers. I don't know if this is going to be a good move, a bad move, a move in between, if it's going to be busy, or if I'm going to have to continue to play on East. But for now, I am on East, even though I'm from the West Coast, I'm from the Bay. And I do lag just a bit. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get our match started. So apparently there's only 5 actual people in this match. The rest of them will be bots. A lot of people feel up to, I believe it's 42. We will drop this way. Yeah, we'll drop this way. So knowing that, I have limitations on me as a Frostborn early game, I don't really want to come across someone who can zap me to death like a conduit, or fireball me to death like a pyro, or just slap me with some ice and I can't quite put the distance between us to make sure that I can snipe them and kill them effectively before it gets too far. So with that said, I tend to drop a little further away from them and at least try and get an offhand gaunt or something before I engage in too much battle. If I can get an amulet, an offhand, I'm good. If I can't get an amulet, at least give me a belt so that I can take a couple shots in between us and try to get away. But if I drop further away, that gives me a lot more time to work on getting a belt, getting an amulet, getting an offhand, and a rune. Because without the rune, guys, the reality is it's a lot harder for me to engage in combat if I can't keep distance. That's really the heavy part for me as a Frostborn. Because I do like to snipe. I enjoy doing that. I typically hit a couple of my shots. Typically I do. I don't completely just miss. But even if I do miss, at least that'll give me some space to wind up my shot again and see if I can hit the next one. So with that said, let's jump into some of the details that we learned from Proletariat yesterday about Chapter 2 coming out tomorrow. So they discussed storm changes. Your girl is one of those people who literally at the beginning of her of her solo matches will loot up in the storm for a little bit. I really will. So now they're gonna punish me for that, understandably so. I knew it was coming at some point. It wouldn't make sense if it wasn't. So now I know I have to move a little faster, especially when. Oh wait, let me get that. Especially when I know the storm is coming, I'll just have to loot on the way out. Like right now, I have 30 seconds left because the storm only hits me for one tick, and I can just gobble down some HP pots. I typically find that I don't move out very quickly. I take my time, you know. But with the storm hitting for two on the initial storm, on the initial ring, I'm probably gonna start moving a lot faster. That's definitely gonna have to be the compromise. I can't be so reluctant to and so like comfortable looting in the storm anymore. Because I knew I would have like flight or I could alacrity out so it didn't bother me any. But we're gonna start making the effort to get out now. Get used to it. I'm like lagging if you guys can't tell. Which tells me now that I'm probably gonna have some issues during combat. Unfortunate, but that's the reality. They also said that they fixed a couple bugs where somebody hit this. I don't have I don't have the hover. It's unfortunate. Alright. Oh, they got me. Alright. I don't have the hover. That's one thing that I hate about running Frost in the first level. So, what I can say though is come chapter 2, the changes they're going to make is adding hover to the gauntlet. I'm excited to be able to hover initially as soon as I drop. I'm excited about that. Fine, whatever. What I'm not excited about is the fact that this is going to be the only gauntlet that will have perks based on pickup. Just like it doesn't matter what class that you run, having that gauntlet alone, you will be able to hover and you'll also be immune to freeze because there won't be harmony as a talent anymore. There is no other gauntlet that I can even imagine or think of where you get perks like that without running ambidextrous. So if you're not wearing ambi, why in the world are you getting perks from a gaunt? There should be none. It should be spell and sorcery, and that's it. Like that's all. That's the whole story. So I'm very like tilted about this because the highlights of running Frostborn is my hover, the highlight, the alacrity, and flash freeze, like being able to freeze someone. And a lot of like the best players who run Frostborn, like the Frost Gone offhand, they usually can't afford to run Harmony. So the upside would be I could freeze them. Now, as long as they have a Frost Gaunt in their offhand, they are immune to my freeze. So those my flash freeze. As soon as you see someone sniping, don't even try and flash freeze them. Don't even try. Like that, they just hold your kit. You know what I mean? And then in addition to that, if they hover, it's not like you can go, oh, that's probably a Frostborn. It's like, no, they're just running ice offhand or something of that nature, at the minimum. Like, I'm not excited about the changes. Like, they didn't, like, nerf my class, but they nulled my class. There will be no positive reason to run Frostborn as your primary class when you get so many benefits running it offhand. Like, pass up the alacrity, get yourself a dash or something. You're fine. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, don't get me wrong, you get some bonus damage at in game, but if you hit your shots, like who cares if you don't have bonus damage? You're hitting your shots. So there's that. I'm not ecstatic about the changes. Like, why would I run into a ranked match of Dominion as a Frostborn when you could be a Tox or a Tempest even and have all of the perks that a Frostborn would have over you under your belt, like in your kit now. I'm just not excited about the changes for Frostborn, but I am a Frostborn stan, and just like when they nerfed us during closed beta 2, I think it was like 2.1 or 2.2, I stood strong and firm on it, and hopefully they'll realize this is a mistake. Apparently, the hover was something that they originally had way back in the day before closed beta 2, and they were just bringing it back. But there's no other comp that I can pick up that provides me with a perk. Like, if I run offhand fire, am I immune to ignite? If I run, you know, um, I don't know, uh, can lightning gone offhand? Am I immune to shock? Like, why would you give me frost gone and make it immune to something, but you don't do the same for the other classes? Like, if I run tox, am I going to be immune to tox puddles slowing me down? The reasoning here just baffles me. It baffles me that they looked at Frost and was like, well, you could possibly end up freezing yourself since you don't have harmony, and we don't want that. But I mean, the same could be true if a conduit shocks a tornado and walks through it. So why is the frost gun the only one that's spreading love? Like that just they're gonna have to figure something else out. They're gonna have to realize this is a mistake and fix it because I'm not the one. I'm not for this. Although I'm excited for chapter 2, I am not excited about sharing all the perks of being a Frostborn if you're not actually a Frostborn. I'm just not. Easy pass. So let me know your thoughts on some of the things that you found out from Proletariat yesterday, or from reading Reddit, or just from watching some of the content that people put out there about, the updates and the patches and things like that. Let me know what you're looking forward to in chapter 2. Let me know what you're not looking forward to in chapter 2, and tell me if you have a fix for it. Don't point out a flaw if you don't have a solution. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and move it over to Twitch. So again, if you're not already a part of this community, make sure to join the bop and drop movements where you bop the thumbs up, you drop your sub. Make sure you support your small content creators, black content creators, female content creators of all sorts and all kinds and all backgrounds. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my next solo trial, number 83. We're getting up there, guys. We're getting up there. Peace, love, and sleep, you guys.